Philadelphia.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Great. Roman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Let's go.
Here's McKissick. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Ball carrier.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Uh-oh. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 75 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Washington, nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Roman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Haskins. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
49-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, Haskins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brandon Graham showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run with McKissick. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wentz.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And an Eagle first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The football.
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Four yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Haskins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Washington, nothing.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and 4. this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
But once you get down deep in the red zone, Colin Kaepernick, you know that he is a threat to call his own number, and he did so there for the touchdown run.
And, partner, that's what makes defending him so difficult, because defensively, you've got so many things you've got to be concerned about. Here, he decides that keeping it is the best option. He's able to stick it in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14 and an Eagles 1st down.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. His throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
The Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They go play action with Haskins.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
For DJ Chark, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get changed, name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expected up the back. In fact,
the Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
It's our time. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Wentz now on 1st down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Gain of 32.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
38 by 38. Here we go.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chase Young brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. They need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the 56.
Now Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson. And it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wentz going to throw. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Sanders, the ball
taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott now to add the extra point.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Makes the score Eagles 35. Washington, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Washington, nothing.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Show it up. Go. Big air.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left. And no good.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, as they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Washington on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
I'm highly favored. Don't want to play. No conversation. Ain't got time for no debate.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Strong right. 3 down, 3 down. Check. 3 down, 3 down. Shift.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 38-yard
So
line.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry now for McKissick. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They will run it. It's McKissick. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Hey, empty. Run.
Right back to Sanders on first down. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Lance Turner, the ball carrier. Montez Sweat brought him down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Watch the eye. 36.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20.
Why don't you just start over?
And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
3rd down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Complete to J.D. McKissick.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
I'm here all day. Mike 20, Mike 20.
One final shot for Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.